Hiya, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Outer Worlds. Today, we are going to be continuing. Also, we're going to be showcasing the reason why we're going to inevitably choose Edgewater's fate in the way that we are. So we're going to go ahead and just run by town, give you guys a good gist of, well, there's only, okay.
Something outside the walls today.
Big leg spike, but we're going to go, well, there's many reasons, but this is the main reason why I think. Big guy in the corporation dude right up there, he needs to go. Is this right here?
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Hello.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Why not?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
I don't mind.
I don't know which company you work for, but if it's Spacer's choice, boss can still write you up for fraternizing with an incompetent worker. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
Medical +5. I've got some training. I could take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
You obviously need help.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
I've got some Adreno time. It's yours if you want it.
You've got Adrena time? How? No, I don't want to know. Could be you stole it. Could be you're trying to test me. See if I'm gonna violate company policy. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
Alright, good luck. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is how this shit town handles their workers. They tell them, hey, if you're sick, you work 5 times harder and fucking annihilate your immune system, and you'll be fine. You'll be so okay. Yes.
Waste of company ammo.
So she shoots rats here. It's her job. It's not a very fulfilling one, apparently. But anyways, yes. So that's just a big reason of why I hate the guy who runs this whole town, is because he applies those things. He has no like caring nature. Like Pravati said, he's like a person that sees people as cogs. So when they stop working, he just throws them out. Like when they're sick, he just chucks them. Whereas the lady that we're about to go meet is vengeful, a bit angry, and a bit awful in her own way, but is less shit overall, I think. So yes, let us go meet the old crow, who has found a way to bring life back to the soil. I'm really sad, by the way, that we don't have Max, because that stupid asshole apparently wants us to leave in order to be eligible to get him, although we can get other people, like, immediately. When we're able to leave, we're able to get access to, like, 3 companions. So, like, fucking, why? Why is that a thing? Anyways, regardless, let's start heading our way all the way over there, which I do believe there was a better thing that we could have taken, but I guess not. Also, I thought I hit a checkpoint. I guess not. Anyways, also, we're going to stop by a little place and kill some people and get some weapons and just general materials. I'm hoping Pravati can hold our hand through the whole thing, although, again, this build that we're rocking very much comes alive when we get to a certain point. And we have not gotten to that point just yet, although it does look like there's some parkour options. Let's quick save and see if this is worth it. I don't think it is, but we'll see.
You're fast.
Oh, thank you, Pravati. We'll get some good stuff. Whenever we get to another vending machine, I'll buy some of those, because that's the only real thing I feel like you ever need money for, is just to buy lockpicks and stuff like that. Oftentimes when you unlock a chest, when you have a decent high lockpick, you get more money than you lose. So yeah, I think that's genuinely how it goes, but who knows. Also, I think this is how we get to the roof. What's up, Pravati? Go fucking do one of these. Pow! Also, if you guys don't like looking at Pravati's weird mask, then we can just say no, fam. We don't need to do that. Also, I should let Pravati kill those people because it's a lot better off. No game. Settings, gameplay, and show companions' helmets. Take that off. So now Pravati, we can see Pravati's wonderful face and all those things. Yes. Perfect. Let me hope. Oh wait, we do need enough science in order to get access to certain things. Yeah. Yeah, it's either locked by default. You rat bastard. So we do need to get some science in order to get access to lockpicks, but when we do, it'll hopefully be good. I don't know. Also, I never use food. Like, I think my one save had like thousands of food, and it's... Yeah, they don't sell for a lot anyway. Let's just sell our junk. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Yay, sure. Hacking. Unlock second story balcony. Sure. And we're gonna take some of this. And okay, nothing there. And Bagor! Nailed it. And all this Nancy's not that good. 10 bits for 2 lockpicks, not quite good enough, but still. Got some experience out of it. So we basically netted maybe more. But let's save. We've accomplished enough. Also, let's do one of these. Bang.
I'll fix you right up.
We are going to slow down time. Pop one of those. And I believe right by our girl is going to be a chest, unless there is. You're okay, Pravati. Look at it.
Last of them.
Took it like a champion. I'm also invested to give you much better resistances, so I think you'll be fine. But you can always just hope, you know. Canceling reload more, that's why I did that. Yeah, so this is the town that we're gonna go ahead and just bust up because there's just so much trash and garbage here. And yeah, I think if Pravati's strong enough, as long as I can like blind people, then I'm doing something, you know? But most of the time I'm just like queuing up abilities. But it takes a while for us to get that ball rolling, especially when we only have one companion. Damn it, nonsense, trash. Not you, Pravati, just the situation at hand. Oh, there's more enemies. I forgot. Pravati, this is your great opening just to do. Well, let's do one of these. Pow! Pow! Those explosive chests get crap real fast. Pow! And pow! There we go. It was just taking a while to shoot. Pravati's gonna go fuck up that other dude. You do it, Pravati. I believe in you. You got this in the bag, girl. How's it going, Do you need me to tell you to use your power? Pravati, you really need some help? Just do one of those.
Here I go.
Yep, alright, he's dead. Oh, it's just a way to cancel that. Which is weird, because it's almost like there is kind of that ability, but not quite. Yeah. There's a lot of goblins right over here. Well, there's also a lot of mines, so we need to be extra careful. I see mine. It's a bunch of mines. Let's work on that. Boop. And. Boop. And. Boop. And. Boop. There we go. Perfect. Reloading takes too long. There we go. And this. Look at all those good things. No, we're not going to go this way because there's more mines and it's utterly useless to go that way. But we'll be going around the back, and well, we should have saved when we were in there. We should also make it just a save. Honestly, quick saving can be quite the bastard. You find yourself caught between a rock and a hard place. But let's make a hard save. There we go. Now there's a bunch of enemies here. A building full of enemies where Pravati and myself are going to just chew through everybody. Hopefully, and if we don't, then well, this became a shit show really fast.
I see a nail.
And quickly slow down time before I get punched in the face. There we go, Pravati. Do your thing. Good job. Solid form. Solid form. Beat a man to death. There we go. Good job, Pravati, as I have blood splattered on my face. A grade stuff, girl. A grade stuff. Knock, knock. Death and all that. It has no quiet filter or whatever, but they're apparently the most quiet person that's ever existed. Pravati, just cuz. Go fuck some shit. There we go. Bang.
Wow, great work.
Why are we so quiet? I don't know why we're like ghosting these people. Usually they have some ears and not just this trash. Pravati. I want to go do one of these.
Here we go.
I'm gonna kill that guy.
I see a nail.
And then I'm gonna run to the right. Ooh, Pravati, that was a trust exercise if I ever seen one. Mother of God. Whew. Christ, we just threaded that needle. Also, we got a key card. And I will cut us looting like madmen because there's tons of gear around here. It's mostly just ammunition and whatnot, but always good to have. Plus, I have that thing in me where I just have to open up every chest. Oh, you see me, do you? Pravati, go break his knees. There we go. And fuck him up.
I'll fix you right up.
Ow! I believe in you. You got this. Did it? She did it. Also, we should let our companions kill things because we do get more experience when they do it, but still. I'm only really shooting them in the face. It just happens to be that we deal somehow enough damage, but still. Oh, another lockpick thing. Perfect. We're gonna go through the bathrooms. And we're going to get all this trash as well as get this secret little area where I believe we find ourselves on, yes, in this locked room. Perfect. I am over encumbered. Oh, and we perfectly have just enough lockpicks. Hells to the yeah.
Nice.
So I got a lot of key cards. Oh my God! Wow, why am I finding so many things? I did not find this much stuff when I first played. Yeah, we're getting tactical shotguns and whatnot, which is really good for getting crits specifically because it's more of a contained spread. But hot damn, hot damn. Also, the level of certain weapons is very important. So, for instance, this is level 1. This is level, or we had one that was level 2, but I threw it away because I'm an idiot or broke it down. But it does work in that way. Well, we can just use a key card here, boom, open the nurse room, and get all the loot in here as well. But, yes, that's essentially what's happened. Any thoughts, Pravati? What's going on? Are you good?
Where are we headed?
Perception. I notice you mention your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
I'm sorry.
It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
You got along with your dad, but you might not have with your mother.
Could be. Reckon I'll never know.
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't the church supposed to be clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
It's an ideal. Not what we live in, but what we strive for.
It just comes off cold to me, is all.
Yeah. Now, I'm not one of those people, those heathens, that actually kill. Those poor little things. Those little mouse thing. Anyways, I will commence with the looting and be back when we are back. Also, if I wanted to hack this, we could, but I think it just unlocks some things. Nothing that important, I think. Well, maybe it unlocks that. Let us save and see. Hack first aid key card. Let's load. I don't want to waste my damn hack tools, especially not when I have that many. Onward and upward to go talk to the old crow, like I said. Ooh, a chest I can unlock. Maybe. I can't. Never mind. I cannot. Shit. We're getting all of the guns that have ever existed. And we're about there. After that town, right here is what we... Biotechnical lab. Got a lot of dead animals, I guess.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
How dare you defy me? No, I'm kidding. Hi.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Hey, what's your problem? You rude. I'm looking for Adeline. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about a former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Okay, well, I'll get out of your hair.
Much obliged.
Yes. She does have quests. Again, a lot of the quests, like she has a quest where she asks us to go find someone in her town that has left, and it's kind of just it's fine. It's like, okay, it's not that interesting. It's not that, yeah, it's something that I think you guys wouldn't be like at a disadvantage for not seeing. But we will be trying to steal from everybody because it's not a moral game in that sense. So yes, stealing from everybody. You definitely need to get a much higher lockpick though, because if you just have the base amount, then you're having to like pay a ton of special nonsense. It's not good. Anyways, let's go talk to Adelaide. So this is the other choice. There's 3 choices. This is choice 2.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Her body likes it a lot, and it's fairly quiet for me, but still.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Looks like you made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Reed asked you to consider coming back to the town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned.
Ew.
I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned the power plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Because there's a way that you become the person in power in that town. Hopefully healing the sick people and not being a total dickhead. Your camp has a power regulator, and I need that for my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
You're very leading, but still. What do you have against a town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Yeah, if you think about her idea more, it's super not good. Her idea of like, okay, here's this beautiful will not be. Okay, it's a rough town, but it's a town with high walls, guns, and just general amenities. For this open to the fucking elements place, which is just a hellhole. And yeah, it's a bad thing to be like, hey, you know that really good infrastructure? Let's shut that off and then let everyone just kind of bleed everywhere and fall. And she even admits, like, people will die, you know? And it's like, no, it's awful. But what we are going to do is we are going to basically, okay, so I'm going to kind of spoil some things, but let's not spoil it. Let's just, okay, it's going to be a happy ending. She's going to be in power. Good times, fun times. That's what it's going to be. But it's not going to be her way. It's going to be our way. Because it's my way or the highway and all that. But I thought because we already covered a little bit of Parvati's kind of story, we'd wrap that up by going into this place right
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
She'll be on her best behavior, won't you, Parvati?
Absolutely. I'll keep my hands in my pockets. I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Let us trade.
Music to my ears.
Merchant skill. Your merchant skill is acquired to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. Ooh, well, I have a very high persuasion, so that should be something. Let's sell that. If I buy that, it'll be negative that. Okay. Oh, and you have a special hammer. Knockback. What does it give us? What does it give us? Maxwell, the silver hammer, was built with an extra weight for crushing hits to the head and other weak spots, but isn't well balanced for smooth swings. Got it. So higher weak point damage, but just doesn't slower attack speed, it looks like? Okay. Regardless, can you sell me those taste? Yes, you can! Get me all of them! It's like the only thing that you should spend money on is that. Yes, also, why not get some of these? Yes, it's the only thing you should spend money on in this game. Take my word for it and all that. Also, we get the smallest amount of a discount, but still something and all that. Sell this because we already have one, and sell one of those and that. And of course this. And armor-wise, oh my god, sell. Keep! Definitely keep! It's lockpicking. Y'all always should have one of those on hand. So both them. Good. Okay. And we're good to go. Okay. And Parvati, let's talk about that.
Something you need?
Why weren't you allowed in the thing?
You mean why I'm not allowed in the store anymore?
Yes. There seems to be a story there.
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
You were a kid? That must have been forever ago.
Sure, but folks got long memories around here. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of Zero G rolling out the front door and into the road.
Aha!
It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of Zero G?
Go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
What a bastard. I'll break his legs and you hold him down, Parvati. Well, actually, I'm not very proficient with melee. That's your jam, so if I'll hold him down and you break his legs. Actually, I can convince him that he should just stay still while you break his legs. It's a whole thing, very convoluted, but we can make it happen. Screw that guy for holding a grudge for that long, especially against a child. The bastard. Definitely getting rid of that piece of trash. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, okay, so some difference about to happen. We are about to go to this industrial place, but not quite yet. There's some experience for us to gain. No quest in here is that interesting. Basically, there's a quest that has to do with us It's like a side quest about doing stuff for the grave digging guy, which we just basically run around, do some persuasion checks, getting people to pay us so that we can give it to him, yada, 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 get some experience as well as some money. And then there's another one, which is in that other town, which is to go find some random girl. But there is another side quest that we will be doing together, which is this crazy old man who's putting together like a robot defense force. And he's insane, and it's funny, and it's interesting, and worth showing. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me. Thank you kindly for your time. Let us save, and I will bid you adieu. I don't know why I'm talking like an asshole, but sometimes it happens, and it's just what it is. Subscribe button above me, 2 videos to my right. Thank you kindly for your time, and hopefully, guys, continue on this journey with me. Goodbye.